Welcome to our podcast, the Pup Mystery Daily Podcast. It's not going to be a daily podcast, but it's going to be one of the podcasts. I'm sorry that I was gone for so long, for about a week or so. I had a passing away in my family, so that took me away from podcasting for a week here, but I'm back. And this is episode 12 of our podcasting that we're doing. And it's on YouTube now instead of Spotify, because it seems like a lot of people are more involved on YouTube than they are with video podcasting. It's a audio version of the podcast that I post onto YouTube, where you can actually listen to it on either YouTube, or I do believe it probably will be shown on YouTube Music eventually, if we get enough viewers, if we get enough people that will want to go take and actually tune in. And one of the things that I do want to go take and actually tell you is that this there was one view, which was for the inauguration, of course, but there was one view that got 117 views. That was episode number 9. That got 117 views. And thank you for those 117 people that actually listened to it. So I think that what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to be more attuned to talking about the day's events, and just me alone talking about the day's events and things that have been currently going on, and talk about those things, because it seems like that's probably where a lot of people really are looking looking to comment, looking to actually get engaged with my audience about all these things that are going on. And you can actually get engaged with me about these issues, and I'll be happy to go take and actually start talking about it, discussing it with you guys. If you need to even pay you guys, to not pay you guys. I shouldn't say I'm going to pay you guys, because I won't be paying you guys. Not yet, at least. But what I'm trying to say is if you guys want to go take and actually pay a visit to my podcast and be a visitor to comment on audio, we can do that. There's forms out there like Zoom that we can use. We can use to do an audio podcast. We got. I do have Google Voice that I use to do my calling. We can use that as well, and we can do a lot of stuff. We could actually get the viewers and get the audience that's listening to this podcast, more involved. I want you guys to be involved. I want you guys to feel like you're comfortable, and I think that the day's events are one of the things that will give you more views and more listeners. So if you guys want to go take and actually do that, thank you so much. Go ahead and comment if you guys want to comment. If you think that I could improve more on something, go ahead and let me know about that, because it will improve the main thing. So again, thank you so much for those 117 views on episode number 9. It was very, very much indeed a thing that I was very appreciative of, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. And with the family passing away recently, that was something that was really difficult to see, and it was very heartbreaking, but life goes on. And I will hopefully get some sponsorships eventually here with my podcast. So that I'm doing. That's what I'm looking for. Eventually, if it gets to be more involved, I will certainly do commercials to actually advertise. To advertise somebody's and be sponsoring, a podcast. Please let me know. I will actually go take and actually do that kind of stuff. You can reach out to me any way you want. I will try and post some things down in the description so that you can actually get involved more with this video video podcast of mine, and it's more of an audio than a video, but hey, I like this. So with that being said, let's get involved in our first first thing that I think that we should get involved is about President Trump. President Trump and his what is up with him? We should all know already about what it is with him, especially with since the inauguration day. And I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent voter. I sway both ways with the Republicans and the Democrats. I'm more of a Democrat than I am of a Republican. And we haven't had a real Republican in office. And I got to go take and tell you this. We haven't had a real Republican in office since George Bush was in office back in 2000, from 2000 to 2008. We haven't had a real Republican that has been in office. We had Mitt Romney that successfully tried to run against Obama. We had McCain that tried to run as well. And those two lost against President Obama. And Romney probably was the last one that would have been one of the ones that I could see actually doing a successful job as a Republican if he was actually able to win. And so we haven't had a Republican really in office that has been an actual Republican. Why does he have such a big following, President Trump? That's another question that I do have to go take and ask myself. Maybe if I get some people out there that could give me, their take on this, why is it such a big following? I see some comments, I see some things in the media, I see some things that that I follow other podcasters, and some of these things that I've heard about is that the smart ability maybe of these people that are following Trump are not as smart as people as we actually believe with the following of Trump. Do I agree on that? I have to say that I do and I don't. There is a possibility out there that it could be that there's not as smart ability with the people that do follow Trump, and that that the all hands on deck are probably not all there, or could not be all there. But some of the things that Trump actually does makes them feel like they are smart, or maybe smarter than he is, and that might be the reason why that they're doing this. I don't know. that's the question that I really wanted to bring this up to my viewers and to my audience that's listening to me. I don't know. What is your take on this? Do you think that there is a possibility out there that he could be one of those people that are more, that such, what is the whole reason why for his following is the question that I really want to know. If you're one of the ones that are following him, I want to know why. What is the following that you take in consideration with following President Trump and his likability and what he's doing for the country? Is he doing the right thing and what he's doing? Or is he not doing all the right things that he is supposed to be doing? What is his difference with if there was actually, President Harris in office instead of President Trump? What would that be look like? Of course, we would have a Democrat in office, and if you're a Republican, you don't want a Democrat in office, of course, right? But so we know about that, right? But what is the such a liking? Would there be somebody else in the Republican Party that could actually be somebody that could actually be better than President Trump at this moment in time? Could it be J.D. Vance that could actually be president? You voted for President Trump. You voted for Vice President Vance to be in office in case if President Trump actually goes and takes and actually, God forbid, kills over in office. You're going to go take and actually have President Vance then. Is he somebody that you could see that could take over for President Trump? Or is there somebody else that you think that could actually be more better qualified to be in the Republicans if President Trump was not there? That is another question that I would like to know. Because President Trump is not going to be around forever. Just look at what happened to my grandparents. My grandparents and they're not going to be around forever. They're going to just be not here forever. So you got to go take and actually look at that. So what is your take on that? I would like to know. Give me your views on that information. The next thing that we are going to be talking about here is that plane crash that took place. Some of the things that speculations that President Trump actually did, both on Thursday and on Friday, with the speculations with the plane crash. That's another thing that I really was really intrigued. He really blamed the last administration and Pete Buttigieg. I can't say his name either, so sorry about that. Mayor Pete, we'll call him, the former mayor. And anyways, what is your take on that as well? I would like to know about. My take on that whole consideration is that, okay, so he was upset about the administration. He was upset about the Secretary of Transportation that was in the previous administration. He was upset. I understand that. That is something that, that you need to be upset about. But blaming it on the administration itself and then coming out and actually saying those things about Mayor Pete, it's not what really was a good idea, I don't think. It was not a thing that he should have done, to be honest with you. It's not something that you should have done, It was not a good thing that he did actually do that, to be honest with you. And he did it. Hey, what is your take and your views on that? I would like to know what other people think about that. I just don't think that was good that he actually used those words. And I'm not going to be using those words here on the podcast because this is a friendly kids podcast. But if you know about that, please make sure that you actually comment down there, and I would like your views. You can comment. You can actually use those words down here on the viewers' comments, but I'm not going to be using it here on the video podcast, on the audio podcast here, because this is made for kids as well. So I don't know. What is your take about all this stuff with him talking about the issues with the the former transportation secretary, Mayor Pete, and what he said about that? That's my that's what I would like you to comment about and see what you guys think about that as well. So another thing that you can actually talk about, we could talk about on this podcast as well. My view, like I said, I don't think that was really right, what he said and what he did. So those are just some of my views and some of my thoughts about this here. And I hope that you guys understand what I'm coming to on this, and what I'm commenting on with the situation here, with the views that I have. Anyways, we're going to go take and check our weather forecast here in the Rockford region here, since we have some time here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So as I come on to the program right now, this is a Saturday. So for today, it's mostly cloudy with a high near 35. Southeast winds will be 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour for today. For tonight, we're going to be having some snow likely before 2 a.m., then rain and snow likely, possibly mixed with freezing rain between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., then a chance of rain after 3 a.m., patchy fog after 4 a.m., otherwise cloudy with the temperature rising to around 35 by 4 a.m., southeast winds will be around 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 60%, little or no ice accumulation is expected, new snow accumulation is less than a half inch is possible. For Sunday, a 20% chance of rain before 9 a.m., patchy fog before 9 a.m., otherwise cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 50 degrees. Southwest winds will be 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. For Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 33. Southwest winds will be around 5 miles per hour, becoming north-northeast after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 10 miles per hour. For Monday, mostly cloudy with a high near 43. Northeast winds will be around 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 15 miles per hour. For Monday night, mostly cloudy with low around 21. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 33. Tuesday night, most cloudy with, or just cloudy with a low around 24. Wednesday, a chance of rain out in the afternoon with cloudy with a high near 38. Wednesday night, a chance of rain before midnight, mostly cloudy with low around 26. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 33. Thursday night, partly cloudy with low around 14. For Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 32. So let's look at the weather forecast for the next 7 days here in the Rockford region. And let's continue on with what we were talking about. So, now we're talking about sports. A little bit about sports. The Super Bowl's coming up. Not this coming Sunday, but a week from this coming Sunday, I do believe. Let me find out. I will find out real quick. Hold on. Yeah. Super Bowl Sunday is a week from this coming Sunday. And who are we voting for? Who are we wanting to win the Super Bowl? Are the odds pretty great for the Kansas City Chiefs, or is it the Philadelphia Eagles that are going to be actually taking the helm and taking the trophy? Who will it be? I want your take on that as well. To me, it would be kind of interesting to see a three-peat for Kansas City. It'd be unheard of, actually, to be honest with you, if it ever happens. So, having them to be a three-peat to the Super Bowl. 3 Super Bowls in a row, and 2 of them they won. Would it be another one that they would win? Would be another question that we have to ask. It'd be a dynasty if it did happen, So hopefully that will come to fruition, and that they will have a, I don't know, maybe they will. Who knows? What will we know? We don't know. So I'm hoping. Everybody's hoping. So comment below as well if you think who's going to win the Super Bowl. And maybe we'll talk more about the Super Bowl on our next podcast as well. We got a lot of good things that we can talk about. We can talk about anything in sports. We can talk about anything in politics. We can talk about anything in the news that is hitting us right now. A lot of political stuff that for the next 4 years that we'll be talking about, of course, and beyond. I'm a person that is big on politics. I'm a big person with that kind of stuff, but I'm also big on sports. I had the chance to talk to my priest, or not my priest, but the priest of Elburn, when we had our funeral this past Thursday that we had from our family member, and had the chance to talk to him, and he was talking about Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker was one of the biggest things that that they did. The Cubs signed Kyle Tucker, and it was great to hear that he thought about that. Although he's a Dodgers fan, hey, Father Max, don't worry about it. I could take you. I'll take it for granted that you're a Dodgers fan, but but hey, I'm the Cubs fan here. There's a lot of Cubs fans. I know one, Father Rompke is a Cubs fan, and so Father Rompke, he's one big heck of a Cubs fan. So at least I got Father Rompke to be on my side. So when I meet Father Rompke up in heaven someday, I'll have him be on my side for a Cubs fan. Anyways, but hey, it's all good. Team playing, it gets you off of this daily stress, just having some fun. Good wagering, Yeah, I've seen parishes priests waging against teams, like the Philadelphia Eagles, some Philadelphia parish that's near the Philadelphia, where the Philadelphia Eagles are, and the Kansas City, Chiefs, where their parish that's closest by. They have, they do, fun wagering, Well, sometimes they'll have the losing component wear their jersey, So yeah, it's just good wagering, You don't want to do anything. It takes your mind off of everyday's events when you do stuff like that. And God made a sense of humor. If He did not make a good sense of humor, what would we be? What would we be? We wouldn't be here, So, anyways, let me go take and find out what you guys think about the Super Bowl as well. I would like to know. So finally, back to my commentary about some of the things that we talked about. Everything that we talked about. The weather is improving. Groundhog's Days on February 2nd. That's tomorrow, as I'm recording this. So winter's almost halfway over with. That's a good thing. No matter what, if Punxsutawney Phil, or if your groundhog that you have, or if you have your chicken that's supposed to see a shadow tomorrow, whoever it is and whatever it might be, or if you see your own shadow tomorrow, it does not matter. We got 6 more weeks of winter that's going to be coming up. So it does. So, but just remember that, okay? 6 more weeks of winter that we have, and who knows? Maybe God will actually give us a great spring with just ample enough of April showers, and He'll bring those May flowers out in May. That would be the best thing that we could all hope for, right? So, to our political events that I actually talked about with President Trump and the Democrats and the Republicans. My take and my view is that I don't like what I see with President Trump. I never did. I did not like him in his first time in office. I'm not going to like him in his second term of office. That's one thing. Could we have a better Republican that could be in office? Yes, I do think that we could have a better Republican that could be in office. That could have taken a one against Harris as well. I do believe. But that's what the Republicans wanted. They wanted President Trump once again, and that's how it is. Democrats, do I believe that what happened with Harris, winning or taking the helm? I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that she should have been. I think that it was too late in the game to actually go take and actually find somebody to take over from Biden from stepping away. I think it was too late that Biden actually did that. I don't think that was right, what they actually hid from us about him and about his conditions and his mentality. I don't think that was right. So I have those views about it, and I don't agree with. I think that there could have been a better person that could have taken it on, and could have been the Democratic leader. And I think that Biden should have stepped away beforehand and not even take and tried the second term. It probably could have been Harris that could have went and probably could have won the nomination fair and square, and not have to go take and actually, have the voters decide, not just the Democrats itself to decide. That's the whole thing that I do believe that could have happened. So I don't agree with how it happened with the Democrats. I don't agree with that at all. And even though that I might sway to the Democratic sides, I do agree that what happened, that it should not happen that way. Both parties are at fault on both things, I do believe. And I do believe that the Republicans need to actually have a better person that could have actually taken office. But here we are. We have President Trump in office once again, and I don't agree with what he's doing as a party. Not at this moment in time. Everything that he has done so far, I do not agree with. And that's just my take and my views. Okay? Anyways, that is be about it for our daily Pup Mysteries daily show podcast. I thank you so much for joining us. My name is Scooby, or if you want to call me Scooby, you can call me Scooby, or you can call me Gary. It does not matter, whatever you want to call me. And I haven't used that word for about a week here. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you get involved a little bit more into our video podcasting and on YouTube. I'm going to start continuing on YouTube instead of doing it on Spotify. I do believe that YouTube might give me more views. I'm not for sure. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll dive into it and see what happens here with the political landscape, and we'll see if this actually works. But until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day and I will see you hopefully tomorrow once again. Take care, everybody.